Not gonna talk to you. I'm still mad at you for the fact that you don't like my nickname of... You didn't like Pikachu as its nickname before, so I'm not talking to you. Okay, maybe I will. Hi guys, I am Syrachime, and I welcome you back to another episode of my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play. In the last episode, we gave Pikachu a new nickname, which is now Electra, went to Celadon City, explored the city a little bit, got a new member to the team, and revealed a few things about what I plan to do with my Pokemon. And in this episode, we're going to, first of all, give my Gloom a new nickname, and then we're going to head back to Celadon City where we'll do a few more things and just kind of figure out what to do from there. So before we do anything, once again, I am here at the Name Raiders house, and for a good reason. We are going to, as I said, give Gloom a new nickname. So, what Pokemon are we going to give? Critique, we are going to do Gloom. Gloom, is it? That is a decent nickname, but would you like me to give it a nicer name? How about it? Sure, why not? We've let old man dictate every other decision we've done so far, so what's the difference of you doing it? Ah, good. Then what shall the new nickname be? Okay, I had to get really creative with this, and when I first typed this name in, you guys may not understand it, but when I actually tell you what it is, it'll make perfect sense. So, Gloom's name from here on out will be... Make sure I spelled that right. Yes. It is Rafflesia. If you have no idea what that is, don't worry. Up until like 20 minutes before I recorded this episode, I didn't know either. Rafflesia is, well, let me just do this. Rafflesia is the flower in which Vileplume is based off of in the anime. Or, yeah, that's what Vileplume's design is based off of. It is based off of a Rafflesia, and I felt that was fitting, because now we are going to make Gloom, or Rafflesia, evolve into its final evolution. What? Rafflesia is evolving! You know, as many times as we go through evolutions, you wouldn't think that'd be a surprise, but he's just as surprised with this evolution as any of them. But who cares, because with that Leaf Stone, we now have the evolved form of Gloom, which is Vileplume. Congratulations, your Rafflesia has evolved into Vileplume. Yes, Vileplume is based off of the flower genus called Rafflesia, and I felt that was a very fitting name for this Pokemon. It's especially a nickname. You know, to name it after what it was based off of. And while some might think I should wait to evolve my Gloom, or Rafflesia, into its final form, Gloom is not really going to learn any other attacks that I could really use that would help with my strategy. I mean, later on it would have learned Petal Dance, but it also has the potential to learn it as a Vileplume. So there is absolutely, there's absolutely no problem with me evolving it, just like with Electra. So we have 2 fully evolved members on our team. But that's not the only thing I'm going to do. I know I said I was going to wait till later to do this, but I have decided that I am also going to evolve my Eevee into Vaporeon. And the main reason for that is because, well, if I don't, Eevee's going to kind of fall behind in levels, and I'd rather not have that happen. So, without further ado, let's evolve the 5th member of my team. The Water Stone was used on Eevee. Apparently he ate it. What? Eevee is evolving! 2 evolutions in one video. Who'd have thought it? Ah, well, we'll just wait here, and with that, Eevee has evolved into Vaporeon without a cool nickname, because I do not yet have one of what I want to do with this Pokemon. But yes, we do have that, and along with that, I would also like to teach my Vaporeon a new attack. As it is now a water type, I think Misty's move Water Pulse would come in handy here. So we will teach that to Eevee. Foremost. Yes, I want to teach it Water Pulse. A very good move to have. Helping Hand could be useful. We'll keep that. Ooh, it's Growl. Growl. And we'll get rid of Sand Attack, because I don't really find that all that useful, so... 1, 2, and poof. forgot Sand Attack, and we'll just skip that because nobody cares about the animation. He learned Water Pulse. Alright, my team is really starting to come together now. So here we have Cole, we have Electra, which is fully evolved, we have Rafflesia, Dugtrio, which will not get a nickname yet, but will in the next couple of videos, and Vaporeon, which will get a nickname shortly after that. And you can see how the type combination here, and just everything's kind of working together. I got the core of Fire, Water, Grass, along with a good Electric type, Ground type. I've got just about everything I could ask for on this team, so yeah, it's really coming together. So I think with that, I will meet you guys back at Celadon City to explore around a little bit more. I will be right back. And with that, we are back here in Celadon City, my favorite city in the game, as I have said many times before. And I'd like to explore a little bit more here before we progress on a little bit further. This is my trusted pal Poliwrath. It evolved from a Poliwhirl when I used a Water Stone on it. Basically, the only difference between a Poliwhirl and a Poliwrath is Poliwrath frowns and Poliwhirl doesn't. I don't get it. Alright, what we got here? Trainer tips. X-extras. Oh, nobody cares about these things there. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm going to move past that. And if you come around here, what do you got to say, young lady? Celadon takes pride in its efforts to keep the city beautiful. That's why the new corner is bad for our city's image. Oh, so it's bad news for the city, huh? Well, I'll have to do something about that, because this is my favorite city in the game. And I have not yet told you guys why, and I probably won't for another 2 episodes or 2. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? What you got to say, Rocket Grunt? What are you staring at? Get lost or I'll punch you. Fine. Get. Oh, okay, I'm going. Ugh, jerks. Okay, so what we got over here? Oh, what am I to do? Someone stole our slipscope. Slipscope. I don't know. The thief came running away. I'm not sure of it. But I lost sight of him. Where'd he go? Who knows? Oh, that is the slipscope. If you recall back in Lavender Town, they said in order to identify those ghosts, we needed the slipscope, so maybe there's something here in this area to actually finding that. Well, we'll look at that a little later, because I want to go over here, and I mentioned this in the last episode, but I'd like to go over this in a little more detail. If you come here with your coins, if you manage to actually gamble successfully, you could go to one of these 3 clerks here, and they will give you special items / Pokemon based on what you collect. Looking at the first clerk, if you go here, you could obtain these items. A smoke ball will basically allow you to flee battle anytime. It's basically like Runaway, if you have that ability in a Pokemon. Miracle Seed will raise the battle, or excuse me, it will raise the power of your Grass-type Pokemon by 10%, which is pretty good. Charcoal does the same thing, but for Fire-type Pokemon. Mystic Water will do the same thing, but raises the power of Water-type moves by 10%. And Yellow Flute, I have no idea what that does, and I will do some research on that and let you know shortly afterwards. But I want to skip this for now, because that'll take a little longer to identify. If you go over here, they will exchange prizes over here. What these are, basically what you have is Ice Beam here, which is a very good Ice-type move. TM23 is Iron Tail. That is pretty good. That is a hard-hitting physical attack. Does have 100 base power, 75 accuracy though. TM24 is Thunderbolt, which is what Raichu knows. TM30 should be Flamethrower? Oh, Shadow Ball. TM30 is Shadow Ball, which is a Ghost-type move. Very powerful. Base power 80. But in this generation, Ghost is physical, so I'd use that on a physical attacker, not a special. And TM35 is Flamethrower. That is a really good Fire-type move, but I'm not going to keep that because of the fact, well, I'm not going to get that. First of all, I don't even have coins. But Charmeleon will actually, hint hint, be able to learn that move on its own, so I won't need any TMs for that. And now with that covered, we come over here to what is probably the best part of this, and that is you can get Pokemon here. Yes, if you're having trouble catching the elusive Abra, you can get that here, along with several other Pokemon. But you will see that there are 3 new Pokemon here that you can get. And if we were to look at those Pokemon a little more closely, the first new Pokemon you could find here at the game corner is the Dragon-type Pokemon Dratini. Now, Dratini is a really good Pokemon. When it is fully evolved, it has excellent all-around stats. It's actually considered a pseudo-legendary because of how high its stats are. But unfortunately, the thing that lets this Pokemon down is the fact that in order to get it to its final evolution, you don't have to trade it, but it is so high up. Level 55 is towards the end of the game, if not beyond that point, so you may not actually have this Pokemon's final evolution for quite some time. But if that really doesn't bother you, I could definitely recommend this Pokemon. It has excellent all-around stats. It has the versatility in its moveset. It can basically learn just about every move in the game, and if you're looking for a really good Pokemon to have on your team, I would definitely consider this Pokemon right here. The second Pokemon here at the game corner is the Flying Bug-type Pokemon Scyther. Now, Scyther is also a pretty good Pokemon. It has a really high attack stat and a really high speed stat combined with some really good defenses. Unfortunately, this Pokemon is not really all that great because most of the moves that it learns are low base power, and because of that and the fact that its typing gives you a lot of weaknesses, I would not necessarily recommend Scyther. I mean, it's not a bad Pokemon. It's really powerful and it's really fast and it's pretty good all around. It's just that all of its moves are low base power, around base power 60 or higher, and it doesn't really have any good stab moves to take advantage of. But if you're looking for something that could hit hard on the physical side and move pretty fast and take some hits, and you don't mind that it has a lot of weaknesses, this Pokemon wouldn't be too bad to consider for your team. The last Pokemon you could find here at the game corner is the normal type Pokemon Porygon. Now, Porygon is not a good Pokemon at all. Its stats are really low. It just has modest stats at best, and in order to even get it, you're going to have to battle a lot of trainers and earn a lot of money, and that could be a pain to do. And it's really not worth it. The only thing this Pokemon is good for is to be a trophy to say you managed to get this Pokemon. And outside of that, I would not use it on your team at all. It just has nothing to really make itself stand out. If it had access to its final evolutions or its other evolutions, I could recommend it a whole lot more because those are really good, but because it's just Porygon with average stats, I would say bypass this Pokemon and look for something a little better. Okay, so we have some fairly decent Pokemon here. So the question becomes, are one of these Pokemon going to become the sixth member of my team? Well, the answer to that is no. There's no Pokemon here that I personally want to add to my team. I mean, hey look, it's Bill! They got Bill in here. Anyway, getting sidetracked again. Now, there's no Pokemon here that I personally want to add, but I wanted to show you these in case you wanted to add one of those to your own team, so yeah, there you go. Some helpful items, things, stuff like that. Alright, so we go in here, back to the game corner. You're going to want to talk to a few of these people, and you'll see why shortly. First thing I want to do is talk to this guy here. Hey! You have better things to do, champ in the making. Oh, hey, it's that jerk that I tell him to shut up because he tells me stuff to do and I don't listen, and then I lose to Misty because of it. Yeah. Celadon Gym's leader is Erica. She is a user of grass-type Pokemon and at one with nature. She might appear docile because of her flower arranging, but she's not to be taken lightly. I will still not disclose the answer to that question earlier in the last episode. Moving on, what do you got to say? Games are scary. It's so easy to get hooked. Huh. What do you got to say, young lady? These slots games. Excuse me. Okay. These slot games, win or lose, it's only by luck. I believe it. Isn't that how everything is anymore? What do you got to say, old man? What's up? Want some coins? Yeah, sure. Okay, we got 20 coins. Awesome. We are 20 coins closer to stuff that I'd like to get. What do you got to say? Hey, what? You're throwing me off? Here's some coins. So, shoo! Oh, we were throwing off his game. It's like that Emperor's New Groove. Dow, you threw off my groove! Excuse me, but you threw off the Emperor's Groove. See the guy fly out the window and you hear him echo, sorry! I love that. Okay, what do you got to say? Kid, do you want to play? Chime received 10 coins. Yes, you want to talk to a few of these people because I didn't say it earlier. They will give you free coins to play with, and maybe you can get a winning streak going and get a lot of coins. I think these machines have different odds. Probably so. What do you got to say? Keep this quiet. It's rumored that this place is run by Team Rocket. What? I never would have thought it. Oh, wait. I cannot begin to describe what would make him think that this place is run by Team Rocket. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Do you see any kind of clues of what this could, possibly be Team Rocket's base? I don't know. Okay, so I guess I could, while I'm here, I could show you how these slot machines work a little bit. If you go in here, do you want to play? Yes, we're going to play. And we get a smiley face. So basically it's like a... I actually don't quite know how to describe it. Basically what you do is you are trying to get these things to match up in the center, and you can place so many coins, up to 3, and you basically just click A and try to make things match up. I failed horribly and I lost, so let's do that one more time, see what we can come up with. Aha! We got a total of 1 coin. I don't know why. And we're going to put a few more coins in. Wow, I'm doing awful at this game. One more roll. See how it goes. Boy, this is addicting. Oh my gosh, we got bills dancing in the corners. And we got a total of 6 coins. That wasn't too bad. So yes, this is basically how you do it. You just use the arrows. Click down 3 times, you can insert 3 coins, and you can try to get a match either at the top. Oh, can I do it? Oh, I got 8 coins there. So basically I broke even so far. Yeah, I'm sure you guys really want to watch me play this game. So yeah, that's basically how you could do that. You could just keep playing and just keep doing, and you know, it's... Yeah, after you've done that a few times, it could get tedious trying to get that up to 1,000. So if you don't want to do that, I recommend you go over here and welcome to the Rocket Game Corner. Oh, now I see. What would we like to do? Yes, for $10,000 you can buy 10,000 coins. Oh, excuse me, for $10,000 you can get 500 coins, or for 1,000 you can get 50. And if you don't want to waste your time, or excuse me, if you want to get those items really quick, just spend $10,000 and there you go. You got 1,000 coins right there and you're good to go. And I'd actually like to get 1,000 coins or so because there is a TM that I would like to get. What is that TM, you ask? Well, let's see. I did say earlier I wanted to... Ooh, I forgot they were that expensive. Okay, so apparently I'm not going to do that because they're over 4,000 apiece. But yes, that's how the game corner works, and that's how a majority of this stuff here goes. And we got Team Rocket's patrolling the streets. What you got to say, dude? Keep out of Team Rocket's way. What are you going to do to make me, buddy, huh? What are you going to do to make me? You're going to turn your back? I'll turn my back on you, too. Yeah. Alright. Turn and shoot. Oh, I win. Who knows? Okay. Some other things that I could cover before we get too much further. If you come over here to Route 7, I said earlier that I didn't know if there were any new Pokemon or not. Well, as it turns out, there are no new Pokemon in this area, so there's nothing new to bio here. However, if you go over here, as if we were about to leave this place, you will see that we are blocked by another fat Pokemon. Oh, what a world this is turning out to be. But if you saw here, we are on Route 16, and as it turns out, there are 2 new Pokemon that you can get here. And you go up here to this little grassy area. Those new Pokemon are... The first new Pokemon you could find here on Route 16 is the normal type Pokemon Raticate. Now, I didn't recommend Rattata when we first had the chance to catch it, and I really don't recommend Raticate now. It may be fast and have a modest attack stat, but it doesn't really have anything else outside of that. Its defenses are awful, and it's just in general a really bad Pokemon. And if you're wanting a normal type Pokemon, I would hold out because there is a better option coming up relatively soon. So, you know, I just completely bypass this Pokemon and not even worry about it at all. It's a horrible Pokemon for any team. The second Pokemon you have available here on Route 16 is the normal flying type Pokemon Doduo. Now, if you didn't pick up a Spearow earlier and you are wanting a flying type Pokemon now, I would highly recommend this Pokemon. It has an incredible speed stat along with a really powerful attack stat. And while its defenses are slow, this is compensated by the fact that along with that high attack stat, it has some really good moves that will pretty much be KOing anything that's not a rock type in this game. So if you're looking for a flying type or just a Pokemon to hit hard and hit fast in general, I would highly consider looking at this one right here because you'd have a hard time finding anything that's better than this one, especially considering the flying types that are in the game. So if you're wanting a really good flying type Pokemon, here it is right here. Okay, so with those bios out of the way, I have a bit of a surprise for you guys. As it turns out, on this route is the last member of my team. Could it be that fat Tubillard down there? No, the last member of my team is actually up here. And could this be it? Yes, this is it! I would like this Pokemon here to be the last member of my team, Doduo. Now, I had to think about it long and hard, but I think Doduo would make a really good Pokemon for my team, and the reason being, while I will have a flying type eventually, hint hint, I do think that I could use a really powerful physical attacker. I had another physical attacker in mind, but I didn't really want to wait too long to get them, because when I do get them, they won't be very effective at the point of the game that I do get them. So, yeah, I'm not going to spoil what that Pokemon is, but just know that I had another one in mind, and I had to think long and hard before I did this. So with it weakened down a little bit, I say, well, we've caught everything in a Pokeball so far. Let's throw another one. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. Haha, we got it! So there is the the sixth member of my team. Doduo, a two-headed Pokemon that was discovered as a sudden mutation. It runs at a pace of 60 miles per hour. So what does that make Dugtrio? A mutation? I don't know. Do you want to give Doduo a nickname? Yes, but I will not do it yet because, like I said, I want to do these one episode at a time. So no, we don't want that. It's at Bill's PC because we're stuck with Buginator. Alright, so I'm going to go get my new member of the team, and I will meet you guys back here in just a second. There's a couple more things up here that I'd like to do. So, yeah, I'm going to go get I'm going to go dispose of Buginator, and I'm going to go get my new member of the team. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and I officially have... Excuse me, over AA, thank you. We officially have our new Pokemon on the team. And it may seem like a pretty poor Pokemon to start, but trust me, when this thing is fully evolved, it's going to be a very good contributing member of my team. So yes, this is what my team looks like so far. We got a water type Vaporeon, we got a normal flying type Doduo, a ground type Dugtrio, we got the fire type Cole, we got the poison grass type Rafflesia, and the electric type Pokemon Electra. I think we're set up really good. We have a really well-rounded team here. Okay, so what you're going to do after that, even if you didn't want this Pokemon and you didn't want to battle those two nerds or loving people, I don't know what you are. You want to go over here because there's a really important item. What is that item? How'd you get in? Good effort. An old man's telling us good effort when it was just Buginator that got us here. Actually, if you saw, Buginator's no longer with us. I taught cut temporarily to Dugtrio because all it really needs is ground and rock attacks and it's good to go. You want to go in this house right here. When you go in here and talk to this little... Not this little lady. If you talk to this lady, she has a very important TM or HM that... well, trust me, you're going to want it. Quit moving. Why is everybody fleeing from me? Okay. Oh dear, you found my secret retreat. Please don't tell anyone. I'm here. I'll make it up to you with this. And with that, we receive HM02. HM02 is the move Fly, and with this TM, you could basically fly to any town that you have previously visited. So, like we visited Viridian City, Pewter City, Cerulean City, all those places like that, we can instantly fly back to those if we have a flying type Pokemon. And that's one of the main reasons I caught a Doduo. Not the main reason, but one of the main reasons. Here we have a Fearow, which says Kayuin. Interesting. I say that a lot too. Okay, so yes, it's not a super great move to use in battle. I mean, it's pretty powerful. Teach it to my fainted Doduo. Alright, we'll replace, we'll keep Peck on it. Growl. let's get rid of Pursuit, because Pursuit is in Dark types in this generation is special, and he's not a special attacker. So with that, a bird that cannot fly now has the ability to fly us to any place that we want to. Boy, we've made a lot of progress in life, haven't we? Okay, so that's mainly all I wanted to show in this episode, or in this area, I mean. And I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. I'm going to show you guys one more thing, and that is... Excuse me. That is that if we use fly, every time you see a wing, we can fly to those locations. So, if you want to fly back to any place, we're not going to Pallet Town, because the last person I want to see is Professor Oak. Okay, so we're going to fly back to Celadon City, my favorite city in the game, which I have yet to clarify why, but I got some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is I am finally going to answer some age-old questions about whether I think Erica is cute and why this city is my favorite, but the bad news is you're gonna have to wait until next time to find those answers. Yep, sorry guys, this episode's been going on for a long time, so we're gonna stop it here. Next time in my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play, we are finally going to conclude our business here, or not really conclude it, but we're going to go check out the gym leader, and I'm going to answer some questions that have been brewing for the last 2 episodes. And after that, we'll just kind of see where things go from there. So until next time, I will see you guys next time.